In 1917, General Blackjack Pershing traveled to France with his aide, with his executive officer, Charles Stanton. And they went particularly because it was the precursor to World War I. The United States was going to get into the war on behalf of France. France had already been in the war since 1914, so it's 3 years on already. And they went particularly to the tomb of the Marquis de Lafayette. And Charles Stanton said, "Lafayette, we are here." The United States wanted the world to know we hadn't forgotten what had been done for the United States, who were just the colonies at the time, when Lafayette, on behalf of France, brought his army over to the United States to fight the greatest power on the planet, Great Britain. We were fighting for our independence, and we literally only had one friend, one ally, which was France. And so these years forward into World War I, the war to end all wars, the Great War, Pershing went on behalf of the United States and said, we haven't forgotten. We haven't forgotten what you did for us in our time of need. Now, today, 2018, November 11th, on the 11th hour of the 11th day, marks 100 years since the armistice, the signing of the armistice, marking the end of World War I. That is today. That is a monumental circumstance. And if you don't know this, America, we were only in the war for a short period of time. Remember, like I said, France had been in since 1914. It's now 1918. But even in that short period of time, the United States lost over 100,000 of their troops, 100,000 of our citizens lost on the battlegrounds of Europe. And just think about it in this context. In the whole Iraq War, the United States lost about 4,500, 5,000 of our finest. The reason I say this is because I think it's fitting. When Pershing went back to France and he said, Lafayette, well, it was actually Stanton said, "Lafayette, we are here." It was to remind the world, it was to remind France, our friends, our allies, that we had not forgotten their sacrifice. 100 years later, since the end of the armistice in World War I, it is time today to remember the sacrifice of all those who serve. That's what Veterans Day is all about. Remembering and thinking about and commemorating all who serve and those who are unknown to us who have served. That's what this is about. So on this Veterans Day, please just take a moment, think about your surroundings and the wonderful life we have in these United States of America, the land of the free, because of the brave who would sacrifice everything and the cost of that freedom. Think about it. God bless you.